Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons, your preferred Bryant dealer. Whatever it takes. Visit robertgibb.com.
And thank you for joining us. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. Howdy, everybody. We continue to see some flying snowflakes in the area. We're going to go over all of the details you need to know. We still have some very difficult travel conditions as well. We're going to talk about the forecast heading into Easter. There's a chance for some flaky material falling, particularly the late Easter hours and into Monday. That could be significant and measurable. I'll have details on that coming up, but first let's talk about what we have going on right now. And as always, you're welcome to throw down a note to me, a note to Hutch. Where are you watching from? Let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods. If you have a question, let me know. Nathan, good to see you. Let's talk about the radar first as we take a look at the region. We do have some areas of snow continuing mainly across Minnesota as expected. Now, the heaviest band of snow, as you see on the radar right now, is moving up towards Thunder Bay and on its way out. So that's the heaviest band. It's shipping out of here. But notice a fairly widespread area of light to moderate snow and gusty winds, and those continue across the region. Travel troubles do continue across the area as well. Let me go ahead and zoom into a couple of the snow bands. Winnipeg all the way to the Dryden area. International Falls and our border counties seeing some flakes flying. And this wind from the north gusting over 30 miles per hour, causing difficult travel conditions out to the west. And as we take a peek here at some more information for you, let's take a look at that satellite loop, because I'll tell you what, in the region today, we have sunshine aplenty out to the west. You see all the white out there? That white is, well, that's snowpack on the ground from our 3.5 to 4 day system that had dumped out west. Anywhere from 3 inches of snow to 10 inches of snow in western North Dakota. Look at the area the storms missed. You can see that northern portions of the Highway 2 corridor between Detroit Lakes and Grand Forks, even down into the northern reaches of Barnes County, not impacted so much. And once the clouds clear out of Minnesota, we'll have a better look there as well. All right, we've shown you the radar. And again, Clarine, thanks for joining us. And it's blowing and snowing is her report in the Bemidji area. Thank you so very much. And speaking of that, let's start with North Dakota roads. There have been a lot of crashes today, folks, so take it slow. Give yourself extra time. The highlight here, yellow roads, those are icy, and ice-covered roads are still a problem. It shows up in the eastern third of the state, maybe even the eastern 1/2 of the state here. As we look in on the Highway 36 corridor, we see that that's labeled as icy, and the Jamestown corridor labeled as icy on I-94 as well. Take it slow there. There is an incident reported, a crash reported. This is northbound I-29 at milepost 100. And the closest DOT cam to show us the conditions in that area. We do have some reduced visibility thanks to the wind. Look at the lack of snow on the ground there. A big difference as to what we compare when we look into the Fargo area. A little bit of snow still on those grassy areas. The road's looking better. How about down into the Richland County border area as we look at the Lake Agassiz I-29 exchange? Things are, well, gray to say the least there. That's North Dakota. Minnesota continues to get pounded with wind and snow as well. Kathy, hi from Grafton. Here's a look at the Minnesota road report right quick. The pink areas of, well, completely covered roads. We still have winter weather products advisories, warnings up in northeast quadrant of Minnesota, the Arrowhead, Ely, down towards Silver Bay, where the DOT crews up there have been just digging out of the nonsense taking place there. Here's Silver Bay, and this is what it looks like at the most recent snowplow. Grab a cup of coffee like Hutch and sit with these folks and just applaud what they're doing to keep our roads open. Look at that layer of ice, and this is again up in the Silver Bay area along and north of Duluth. Now, as we look a little bit closer to our neck of the woods, let's go ahead and check out these. There's an incident not far from you in Bemidji. We got your report. Here's what the plow driver's seeing here. Look at this, Highway 71, and it's, well, there's one lane open, but it looks like junk out there too. So you want to take it slow. Now, as we take a look up north, Black Duck, we're going to see some snow showers there. We still are seeing snow showers in Roseau County. Now, the DOT has these roads reported as, well, green and good to go. Brian, thanks for your stars. Here's a look at the War Road area. as we check this out. Okay, completely covered roads. There are some tracks there, but you could see snow falling, big flakes, wind reducing visibility. It's still passable, certainly, and the roads aren't closed, but you're going to have to give yourself extra time. Now, as we get a little closer to the Red River Valley counties, here's your drive into the Grand Forks area. What a difference a few miles makes, eh? That's Highway 2 out of East Grand Forks. Now, how about south? Let's check this out. Highway 10 through Hawley. Look at this. This plow driver is trying to keep that open and clear, and it's looking better. But we obviously see the clouds, the lower clouds, and the snowflakes still flying just east of the FM area. Barnesville, same thing as you're traveling down on I-94. Now, closer to Fargo you get, the lower the impacts are. Remember, the forecast Hutch said last night, it was a tricky one, and it looked like the Brainerd Lakes area would see another shot of snow there. Here's Perham, and as we look at the plow truck there, completely covered is this highway on Minnesota 108. So there are icy spots in places there as well. Here's a look at the road here going between Alexandria and Warren. As we take a look at that, the wind is really whipping the snow across that road surface. I'm sorry, it didn't open up here. Let me see if I can get it. There it is. So completely iced over roads, a lot of wind. Just know this, wherever you travel in these areas, it's going to be rough and tumble. Very heavy snow, and in fact, no travel advisories in south central Minnesota today. Had that area struggling. Let's check in on the St. Cloud area. That was one area of concern, and the Brainerd Lakes area as we check out where the heavier snow fell today. Here is a look at the Sauk Rapids area on the north side of town. Let's go up north, and there is, oh my goodness, this is a look at Minnesota 23. A lot of heavy snow bands and wind there with blowing snow in that region near that Sauk Rapids area. So the snow, it's pretty difficult. Sauk Center, as we go a little closer to Fargo, the roads are a little bit more passable. The farther west you go, it does look like visibilities improve as well. The main event still taking place on the way up into the Walker area, all the way up toward the international border. And again, if we check in on, well, let's see what War Road looks like. Today was supposed to be your chance to pick up some snow. Let's see. Yep, you picked up some snow. If you do have reports, glad you got your coffee, Kathy. If you do have road reports, please pass those along. Now, the storm system all but exiting out of South Dakota, improving conditions there. We showed you the sunshine burning through the clouds out to the west. The forecast, well, folks, there's a lot to talk about. Let's get right to it. We've gone over the radar. We've gone over the roads. Let's start right away with the 7-day forecast. What are we looking ahead to? The cold is going to take hold, says Hutch, and it's going to be pretty brutal cold. Look at what happened today in areas with fresh snow on the ground in western and central North Dakota. These were low temperatures from my friends at the North Dakota Agricultural Network. And what you're looking at here up in the Minot zone, it was below zero. Remember Hutch telling you this. With fresh snow, clearing skies, and calming wind, it gets mighty cold. Look at the oil patch. Are you kidding me? Teens below zero. These were near record low temperatures out to the west. It was 0 in Bismarck, out in Oliver County out there near center, 3 below. If you're looking up at McLean County, 5 belows on the north side of Lake Sakakawea. All in all, the Beulah-Hazen area below zero, Dickinson, Bowman, all the way out towards Medora, Billings County, seeing that cold, cold air. That is going to head our way anywhere there's going to be some significant snow on the ground, not just tomorrow morning, but into your Thursday morning. So let's look at that 7-day planner real quick as we keep things moving here on Hutch's Weather. I'm a-trying. Here we go. Shazam. Now, tomorrow will be unhot. In Fargo-Moorhead, we should start our day off with a temperature close to about 5 to 10 degrees. I'm going with 7, lucky 7s. So unhot. Why 7s? There's some hints and signs of some breaks in the clouds in Fargo, in Grand Forks, and anywhere with snow on the ground is going to get pretty chilly. So I'm going to go a little lower than some of the temperatures you're hearing elsewhere. That's why. That's what Hutch's hunch is all about. Bursky is right, Ryan. It's going to be a face slapper out there as we go into your Thursday and Friday mornings here. I do believe 7 is this morning. The 4 below should be moved over. I'm going to have to adjust these. The bottom line is that the bitter cold mornings will last through Thursday morning. Then we start a warming trend. And you can see we're going to have spits on Friday, spits on Saturday, Good Friday and Saturday of the Holy Week looking well, like some wintry weather returns. And because we do have some snow on the ground, we won't get too warm in Fargo. If you're in places like Devil's Lake and Grand Forks, you may actually be warmer than your southern neighbors and your eastern ones for sure, where there's over a foot of snow on the ground. Easter Sunday looks like along the border counties, we'll see a chance of some snowflakes moving through into Monday. And on the 1st of April, these are not going to be rain showers, folks. It looks like measurable snow, maybe even plowable or snowblowerable snow into the first part of your work week next week. It's a long ways out, as you know, just now, what we've been talking about, certainly a lot can change. So let's ante up and talk a little bit about this forecast. And as we head into the afternoon and evening hours tonight, here is a look at what's going on with regards to the storm. Now we see snow mainly in Minnesota and the Red River Valley counties. BS or blowing snow everywhere. Let's show you the model here as we head into the evening hours. This will do the hour-by-hour forecast details that you'll need to plan your evening. So here we go. And I'm going to have to open this up with my cup of coffee here. What cuppy? Oh, Nebraska. Okay, and Nebraska saw some wintry weather with this system as well. All right, here is a look at your regional forecast from this system. Let me go back to a model run that is going to go out just a little wee bit farther. You see the areas of snow shower activity. We're going to have flurries and flying ground type snow here in the eastern portions of North Dakota, right in the Red River Valley in westernmost Minnesota. The main event type of snow as we go through the evening tonight will continue. See, it's light, it's not heavy, but it'll be windiest off to the east, and that trend will continue as we carry our way through to 6 a.m. on your Wednesday. Morning snowflakes are in the forecast north and east. Quieting wind with some decreasing clouds here in the valley means cold takes hold, and that's why Hutch has some mighty cold temperatures coming our way. Look at the ridiculous snow. A little trough swings around the backside. It's really another burp of cold air. That's going to wring out a few more flakes to add insult to injury there in the northwest part, or northeast part rather, of Minnesota in the Arrowhead. For us, decreasing winds, increasing sunshine, but the temperatures will be cold. Starting out quite cold, will stay cold. Thursday morning looks pretty ridiculous as well. Now, the snowfall potential from these areas as we go through the next 12 to 24 hours. Let me show you this. There's still going to be some measurable snow up in places like War Road, Roseau. Do you see this? Okay, so this is through basically the midnight hour tonight. So this is when we'll have the best chance at picking up some border snow. And it's still popping some, well, lovely, ridiculous numbers up north. Let's say over 5 inches will be a possibility anywhere you see those pink areas, and that does include the northern parts of Beltrami County, International Falls area, as well as portions of Lake of the Woods and eastern Roseau County. You could pick up a couple more inches yet, maybe 2 to 5. That's right. It's just getting started up in your area. Good to see. Ryan, you got yourself a cup of coffee too. I'm going to have me another sip. All right, coffee with Hutch. All right, let's take a look at the system now. I did produce a couple of explainer graphics here to show the details of our weather the next couple of days, including your morning temperatures. So I'm loading those up pronto stat, and here we go. Okay, I got Cindy saying watching from Plummer, Red Lake, and Pennington County tonight. What is in store? Here you go. Here's your forecast. You asked, and we'll try to deliver. We're going to have wind, and we're going to have snow, and it's going to be a blowing and snowing out in our counties out to the east. So northern Minnesota, that's where things will be the greatest. For us here, clear skies means brutal cold here in eastern and central North Dakota rather. So in places like Minot and Bismarck, prepare for sub-zero temperatures that'll be ripping and gripping, and you'll want that coffee close by. Then as we head into the afternoon hours, this is 5 in the afternoon, the snow begins its exit. We'll have decreasing wind across northern Minnesota and the valley with decreasing clouds as well, and that's a perfect recipe for very cold temperatures. So here's what Hutch is forecasting as we go through the afternoon hours tomorrow. Whoops, let me switch the graphics order here. There we go. This is for your Thursday morning. Check this nonsense out. This is tomorrow morning. I'm talking about, excuse me, this is Thursday morning. I got to get to the right morning. I put these in the wrong order. Wednesday morning. The coldest of the air will be over Bismarck, as I showed you. Clear skies over there. The snowbanks that are fresh and deep. Going to equate to some cold temperatures. If you have snow on the ground that's deep, and as we get into the Red River Valley here, you see this forecast model says teens. Hutch is going colder than this. I don't think this is cold enough in Fargo. We have some snowpack here. It is in excess of 4 inches here in Moorhead. It's been blowing around all day. And we do have snowpack out to the east that's deeper, but the clouds will linger overnight. I think we'll have some breaks in the clouds. It'll still be breezy, but I think our temperatures will sneak down into the single digits above zero for your morning tomorrow. So that's a look at your hometown forecast. Not a lot of snow in Grand Forks. I think that 10 to 13 temperature there looks to be spot on. So that's a look at that. Now look what happens by Thursday morning after high temperatures tomorrow only reach into those mid-20s. It's going to be mid-20s to around 30 degrees up north. Clearing skies, decreasing wind, a little bit more sun, and then that clear sky will lead to bitter cold morning temperatures on Thursday. This will be the peak of the cold for us. And then the next system will be working its way in. All right, a sneak peek at that system that's going to be coming in out to the Easter holiday. I talked to you just a little bit about that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the European model for that, just to give you a heads up on the basics of this. This is a long ways out, so we're not going to get overly excited about it, but I do want to point out that we'll have a shot at some light precipitation on Good Friday. Here it is. You see that? Doesn't look like a big deal. Let me zoom into our region for a more local for a more local look here at that system. Now, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to reload the model. I clicked on the wrong button, and then it's best to just start from scratch when I do that. Okay, let me try to go with a regional model up here in the Northern Plains. This is the European model. Here's your Good Friday spits. It's going to be mixed precipitation. Best chance at a few flakes up north. Good Friday. Does not look like a big deal. Then as we head through the holiday weekend, Saturday here, and then Sunday, we start seeing the development. Easter morning for sunrise services, the Black Hills could have snow developing. As we go through the day, this could impact western parts of the Dakotas. I cannot rule out a few flurries here, but I think our chances increase according to this model, as we go into Monday. So here's Monday morning, rise and shine, and the snow blossoms here with some rain down south. Again, a lot can change with this, so we won't get overly excited, but Monday looks to be the best chance at some accumulating snow in the morning, and it lasts through the day. Right now, it looks like it'll impact our southern counties. Once again, we'll keep you posted on the track and timing of that nonsense, because we got to get through this system before we start talking about the next one. All right, let's talk about this, shall we? I also want to show you what things are looking like across the region. And for that, I'm going to tune into my friends over at the Northern Transcon Rail Cams once again. They have a YouTube page here. Put the link to it last night. I'll put a link to it again for today here after our broadcast or at the end of it. Again, you can see across the region, the top row, upper left-hand corner, that's Moorhead, what it looks like now. And there is the Detroit Lakes area. There's Perham. And as we go farther east, you can see we still have some snow falling. And look, it's covered out there in Brainerd. I can't wait to hear some snowfall totals. That's what we'll check next. Again, I'm going to put a link to this wonderful page out there. And thanks to my friends at the Northern Transcom rail cams out there with the Ottertail channel, that's what we were just looking at, for allowing me to use that here in these weather updates. Thank you so very much. You can check around the region. Check them out. All right, now let's take a look at what we have as far as snowfall reports go. Here's what we have up till now. Some of these are individual daily reports. Some of these are snowstorm total reports. So we have to be a little cautious with what we're looking at here. Now, these reports were from the last 24 hours, so you don't see any out in parts of North Dakota from our Saturday snow into Sunday. But look at today's event. Down in southwest Minnesota, we had reports near around 10 inches. This report time, if we look at it, was 10 a.m. This morning. So there was quite a bit of snow there, 10 inches. Now let's check out what happened here. Looks like Brainerd was the bullseye. So some of these St. Cloud readings, by the way, 2 inches at 7 a.m. This is before or during the round of heavy snow that developed today and moved north. So we have to look at the time on these reports. It wasn't 2.5 inches this afternoon. Those reports will come in either later tonight or tomorrow morning. Look at the Brainerd Lakes area, though. 11 inches, Fort Ripley, the loud noises from there. Casino seeing 18.3 inches from their station there. That is a lot of snow. 18 inches in Lake Shore. So the heaviest of the snow event in the last 24 hours taking place here in the areas of the Brainerd Lakes area. So Pine River, 14.5 inches, 21.6 inches near Duluth. the elevated terrain that's up along the Iron Range there really wringing out a lot of snowflakes. And this was a wet, heavy snow as well. 21.6 inches, Gary, New Duluth. That is ridiculous snow there. So that approached the 2 feet marker there. As we look on the North Shore, we had 16.9. That's in the Two Harbors area. And again, this is the storm total thus far. Those are the kind of remarks that are very helpful if you do report. Is it the storm total or is it the last 24 hours total? Here's Wales up there. They had a healthy total of 8.7 inches. So the Twin Cities seeing some heavier inches. This report was for the Anoka area, 10 inches of snow. That was done at 5 in the afternoon yesterday. So that doesn't even account for what they got today. So these are some snowfall totals from around the area. We did have a report of 3.3 inches storm total so far in Rolog. Thank you so very much for all of your reports as well to Hutch's channel here as I continue to take a look. Looks like Wendell is reporting that Bagley had 4 to 5 inches. I am passing that along because I'm writing these down, Bagley. And that I'm assuming is the storm total there, Wendell, in your area. Coffee is like mother's milk, Ryan. I do agree. It's something that I like to enjoy quite frequently. So there's a look at your rail cams. You've had a look at your snow reports. We looked at your lows today. We looked at the next couple of mornings being unbalmy. I think we've covered everything here. That's your update. Tonight, I will have an update once again as we kind of look ahead, as this storm system is still going to be impactful. And as you saw with the forecast snow amounts in the Arrowhead of Minnesota, there are some areas that could still see over 3 to 5 inches of snow, mainly in the Arrowhead. But if you are in Lake of the Woods County, easternmost Roseau County, or northern parts of Beltrami County, near the Red Lakes area, Black Duck, Waskish, Year Folks, and points north, anticipate the chance for some continued blowing snow for sure and some additional snowfall on top of what you've gotten. And that would extend this storm system into day 5? Saturday it started. That really wasn't the main event. Sunday, well, we got really shut out here in the FM area on Sunday. That wasn't the case across parts of South Dakota, Central Plains, and Southern Minnesota. So day 2 was the event on Sunday. Then there was Monday. That's when we picked up some healthier snow amounts here in the FM area. Today is day 4. This is tomorrow will be day 5. So, wow, what a system. What a strong, slow-moving, low-pressure system that brought waves of energy our way. And even though it was not as advertised here and all of the impacts didn't come as once, they were spread out. That was probably for a good thing. All right, I'll check back with you a little bit later. Thanks for watching Hutch's Weather. Thank you all very much for your support, and we'll touch base.